In the year 2023, the world was struck by a shocking revelation about the most dangerous active mafia bosses. Deep-rooted in secrecy and ruthless power, these formidable figures emerge as the puppeteers of global crime networks. Their influence transcended borders, infiltrating governments, businesses, and even law enforcement agencies. As investigations intensified, a chilling truth unfolded. These mafia bosses operated with impunity, leaving a trail of destruction and fear in their wake. The public was appalled to discover that their lives had unknowingly intersected with these sinister masterminds whose carefully orchestrated operations encompassed drug trafficking, extortion, and even human trafficking. In today's video, we will discuss the shocking truth about the most dangerous active mafia bosses in 2023. The Gambino family boss. The Gambino crime family, one of the most notorious 5 families of the American mafia, has seen several influential bosses throughout its history. One prominent figure in the family's history is Carlo Gambino, who became the boss in the mid-1950s. Carlo Gambino was born in Palermo, Sicily in 1902 and migrated to the United States at the age of 19. He quickly became involved in criminal activities, primarily focusing on bootlegging during the Prohibition era. Gambino's reputation as a skilled and ruthless mobster grew, earning him the respect and loyalty of his peers. In the late 1950s, Gambino orchestrated the murder of the one and only Albert Anastasia, the then boss of the family, solidifying his position as the new leader. Under Gambino's leadership, the Gambino family thrived, expanding their criminal operations, infiltrating various industries including labor unions, construction, and gambling. Known for his intelligence, Carlo Gambino preferred to operate discreetly and avoid unnecessary attention from law enforcement. He emphasized loyalty and strict discipline within the family, earning him the nickname the Godfather among his associates. During his reign, the Gambino family became one of the most powerful and influential criminal organizations in the United States. Gambino's influence extended beyond New York City, reaching national and international levels. He maintained alliances with other crime families and played a significant role in coordinating criminal activities across the country. Carlo Gambino continued to lead the family until his death in 1976. Leaving behind a legacy of power, wealth, and a well-established criminal empire. The Gambino crime family, despite facing numerous setbacks and internal conflicts over the years, remains one of the most prominent and enduring mafia organizations in American history. One significant figure in the family's legacy is John Gotti, who became the boss in 1985, born on October 27, 1940, in the Bronx, New York. Gotti rose through the ranks of the Gambino family, eventually seizing control and gaining a reputation as the Teflon Don. Under Gotti's leadership, the Gambino family reached the height of its power, engaging in various criminal activities such as extortion, racketeering, and drug trafficking. Gotti's charismatic personality and flamboyant lifestyle made him a prominent figure in the public eye, earning him both admiration and notoriety. However, the authorities were relentless in their pursuit of Gotti, and he faced numerous indictments and trials. Despite his ability to evade conviction for many years, Gotti's luck ran out in 1992 when he was found guilty of murder, racketeering, and other charges. He was sentenced to prison without the possibility of parole. With Gotti behind bars, the Gambino family underwent a transition to leadership. After his imprisonment, Gotti's son, John A. Gotti, also known as Jr., briefly assumed control of the family. However, the younger Gotti faced his own legal troubles and eventually stepped down as the boss. Today, the Gambino family continues to operate, albeit with a lower profile. Its influence has waned compared to its heyday as law enforcement efforts and internal conflicts have weakened the organization. Nevertheless, the legacy of John Gotti and the Gambino family remains a prominent chapter in the history of organized crime in the United States. The Genovese family boss. The Genovese crime family, one of the notorious 5 families of the American mafia, has had a long and eventful history with several influential bosses leading the organization. Among them, one notable figure stands out as an active and powerful mafia boss, the leader of the Genovese family. The identity of the current Genovese family boss may vary depending on the specific time period, as the position has changed hands over the years, due to various circumstances such as arrests, deaths, and power struggles with the organization. The Genovese family traces its root back to the Prohibition era, when Italian-American criminal organizations began gaining strength and influence. Established by Charles Lucky Luciano and his associates, the family was initially named after Luciano himself. However, to avoid drawing unnecessary attention, they renamed it the Genovese family. paying tribute to one of Luciano's mentors, mobster Giuseppe Joe the Boss Masseria. Under the leadership of the legendary figures like Frank Costello and Vito Genovese, the family flourished during the mid-20th century, involved in various illegal activities such as racketeering, gambling, labor union, corruption, and narcotics trafficking. Vito Genovese, in particular, left a significant mark on the family's history, orchestrating power moves and attempting to take control of the entire American mafia. Throughout the years, the Genovese family has faced intense scrutiny from law enforcement agencies, resulting in numerous high-profile arrests and prosecutions. Despite these setbacks, the family has managed to survive and adapt, maintaining its status as one of the most influential and resilient criminal organizations in the United States. It's important to note that the landscape of organized crime is ever-changing, and the leadership of the Genovese family may have shifted since my knowledge cut off. Due to the secretive nature of the mafia, specific details about the current boss and their activities might not be readily available to the public. One such notable figure was the active mafia boss of the Genovese family, whose name remains undisclosed due to the sensitive nature of the topic. Born into a family deeply rooted in organized crime, the boss inherited a legacy of power and influence. Rising through the ranks with cunning and ruthlessness, he solidified his position within the family, eventually assuming the role of boss. The history of the active mafia boss of the Genovese family is one intertwined with power, ambition, and relentless pursuit of dominance. As the family's legacy continues, it serves as a testament to the enduring influence of organized crime in American history. The Colombo family boss. The Colombo crime family is one of the 5 major mafia families in New York City, and its history is closely intertwined with the rise and fall of various bosses. One prominent figure in the Colombo family was Carmine Priscisco, who became the family's boss in the 1970s. Carmine the Snake Priscisco, known for his cunning and ruthlessness, was born on August 8, 1933 in Brooklyn, New York. He grew up in the neighborhood heavily influenced by organized crime and quickly became involved in the underworld. In the late 1950s, Priscisco joined the Profaci crime family, which would later become the Colombo family. Over the years, Priscisco climbed the ranks, showcasing his leadership skills and earning the respect of his peers. In 1971, a power struggle erupted within the family, resulting in a violent internal war. Priscisco emerged as a victor, taking control of the Colombo family and solidifying its position as the boss. Under Priscisco's reign, the Colombo family was involved in various criminal activities including extortion, loan sharking, and racketeering. However, his time at the top was not without its challenges. In 1985, Priscisco was indicted on multiple charges, including racketeering and murder. He was ultimately convicted and sentenced to 139 years in federal prison. Despite his incarceration, Priscisco maintained control over the family from behind bars, using intermediaries to relay orders and oversee operations. His influence within the Colombo family remained strong, and his family members, including his son Alphonse, Lil Alley Boy, Priscisco, continued to hold positions of power within the organization. Carmine Priscisco passed away on March 7, 2019, while still serving his prison sentence. His death marked the end of an era for the Colombo family, but their legacy impact on organized crime in New York City continue to resonate.